how coronavirus gets you. If you are an individual that suffers with any health defects, you are more susceptible to dying or getting seriously ill from COVID. If you are an individual who suffers serious health issues, and this health issues carries on for a long period, as time goes on, you are more likely to die from natural causes from your illness. So what I'm saying here is, now COVID-19 has arrived with a variety of mutations hammering our bodies, or hammering my body, speaking of my instances of my health conditions. It's making me not move. Before COVID came along, I was immobile because of my degenerative bone condition, and also suffering several heart attacks. So what happens when you have a heart attack and degenerative bone conditions? You then put on weight, and you have to combat things such as depression, inability to move properly, and then you have to combat the extra weight you're putting on. That affects you mentally, because you can't move, you can't exercise, you suffer depression, you then go on tablets. on tablets. When you're on the tablets, you sit there, not caring a bit about the world around you. You eat more, you comfort eat, put on more weight until your heart goes or blood pressure gives you a stroke. So now COVID-19 came along in 2019. This for me was a game changer. The COVID-19 nearly took my life 6 times with coronavirus-induced pneumonia, blood clotting of the feet. It's really a challenge for myself. The breathing is what scared me to death. I felt like someone dipped me in a pool, and when I ran out of breath, I was 6-7 feet under and couldn't come up. I'm about to die. And I found that was the case with the other coronaviruses. With the Omicron, this one, I found myself aching all over. Tiredness, dry throat, skin peeling on my feet, chest pains, triggering sort of, I can feel the onset of pneumonia, but in the upper chest, not the lower. This Omicron is on the upper chest. I'm telling you how I'm experiencing the virus, so you might have a different way the virus affects you. My nose runs like a cold with this one, but the worst thing about this Omicron, which was more painful than any other virus, was the stabbing pains, the muscle stabbing pains. I've never experienced anything like it in my lifetime, and had to go on the tramadol, which I take for my degenerative bone condition, but I had to take more of the tramadol for these pains for about 5 to 6 days until the pain subsided. Now, last year January, not last year, last year 2021 January, I made the most important purchase of my lifetime. And I purchased it in Richmond from a doctor. But he had a treadmill sitting there, this Life Fitness T3 Treadmill, T3. At the time of purchase, I was 22.5 stones. That's 2021, January 16th. When I jumped onto that treadmill, all I could do was walk at 1 kilometer per hour, holding onto the bars, on level 0, so flat level, no incline. So weighing 22.5 stones, very ill, weak. I could only do 1 kilometer per hour before the COVID would starve my body of oxygen, and I had almost collapsed. And I did 10 minutes of that, starting and stopping, not continuous. I eventually, by my birthday, which was the 8th of September 2021, I had lost all that weight and came down to 16 stone 4 pound. And then I have the continuing challenges in my body with my degenerative bone condition and heart problems. Caused me a lot of problems. I had problems with Laura as well, so I went into a bit of depression. So I went up to 18 stone 4, saying 18 stone 5. So I put on almost just under 2 stones. I put back on. Then the Christmas come along, this Christmas, with the new COVID and that, and I put on weight to 19 stones. So I'm at 19 stones now. Now this 19 stones is a lot better than what it was last year at the same time. This treadmill was purchased around the 16th of January. 16th of January. So it's been a life-saving apparatus, and if I never had this treadmill, I wouldn't be here now with my family. And what the treadmill does, it circulates blood around the body. It's got a support bar where you can hold on to, and this bar allows you to support your body weight. So with the degenerative bone condition, I can then still walk and move blood around the body, and also I can get a bit of exercise and burn some calories without putting damage to my joints. So today was the first time I got on the machine for 3 months. I've been very ill. I couldn't get on it, so all I was doing is looking at the machine, getting very depressed. I couldn't get on the machine at all. And I had COVID now. The COVID now was starting to pile on the weight in my body again. So I asked myself a question. What do I do? Just sit here and die, or do something about it? The COVID's going to kill you eventually anyway. So what do? Do you die? Or do you get on that treadmill and walk? And if you throw up, you throw up. The COVID gives you a heart attack, you get a heart attack. Because you're going to get a heart attack anyway when you sit still, you can't move. Suffering with hernia, degenerative bone conditions, you're piling the weight on, the weight's getting worse. You're also getting depressed because you can't move. and you start eating, comfort eating. Although I'm not doing much of that now, I did a little bit earlier on. I had a few of those Christmas coins, chocolate coins, a few of them. I ate them. I ate about 8 of them, which is a lot. So I went on the treadmill and I put it on incline 5, and you wouldn't believe this, I walked on that thing for 1 hour and 39 minutes. And I had 5 stops to take in water, and also pains in my chest and heart. I had to stop for 3 minutes at a time and then get back on, take in water, take deep breaths because my heart was hurting a lot. I had to take it down to level 2 sometimes. And when I finished, I had 633 calories. So 633 calories and sweat. I felt the COVID burning my skin, this weird itching sensation I'm getting all over my body, headaches, head thumping, and what I like though, the pain in the back of my neck, the thumping pain in the back of my neck is gone. I've got the headaches. I don't feel well. I feel very sick. My guts hurt, my belly. I've got aches all around the body, but it's not bad as it was before. My nose is running. And I went and Laura prepared a nice bath for me, not too hot, but a bath so you get in and to wash all this stuff, the COVID sweats off my body. And I'm just resting here now. I'm waiting for a meal, to have a meal. I'm having lentils, a chicken and lentil soup with vegetables, cooked in a steamer, because we can't have the gas people around because we're tested positive. Laura's positive for COVID. So you got to ask yourself a question while you can't move for COVID. Do you sit down and do nothing and die, or do you make the effort and rid your body from extra weight, do something? To live, because I've just been dying the last few years with my condition, and it's been a real challenge. But the COVID-19 has been a game changer for me. Everyone has their story of their health and how COVID has affected them. But I truly believe that when you have any health defects and you're not moving, lack of motion is the best friend for COVID. Lack of motion, lack of using your lungs. It makes your lungs get infected a lot quicker. It makes you sicker. It makes you depressed. It makes you pile on the weight. And the weight is what you don't need. You need your liver strong. And to have a good, healthier liver, you need to have motion and movement. Your kidneys also need you to move also. If you don't move so much, your kidneys become toxic. And your kidneys will fail in the end. Your blood pressure goes higher. Your blood pressure destroys the organs in your body. And your COVID comes along. And that also smashes your heart and your body. And it's very, very, very scary. So just something to think about. And this thing, I thank the doctor for allowing me to have this machine, because this machine brand new is around 2,000 something, and the price I got this for was so cheap, it was unbelievable, really laughable for the price I got it for. And I just feel God just handed down to me. This is a machine handed down to me by God. The machine's literally brand new, So the Lifestyle T3 treadmill is a workhorse, solid in the home, and it's the most valuable thing for your life. And I consider this to be the biggest pill, the best tablet you can take. I'm literally off the heart pills now, but I still order them from my doctors in case I need them. In case you get heart problems, you need to take them. But if you've got heart problems and health problems, there are causes and the reason why you're in those situations. I'll let you know from my point of view. I had a crash in 2009 where a car hit me at 85 miles an hour head on. And then since then, that car crash, my body's been smashed. I've just not been functioning right, slowly over the years, very, very slowly. And as you get older, these injuries come out more and they show themselves. And anyway, when you get older, you have problems with your bones, like degenerative conditions. But once you've had an accident like I have, smashed up, you really feel the pain in your body, and it triggers off heart problems, all kind of problems, because your arteries get damaged by the hit. And then I've had problems with my partner Laura, helping her from a trauma. That's put a lot of stress on me. And it's nothing I want to mention to you about staying healthy is the avoidance of stress. with anybody, just stress. It kills you. It's the biggest enemy to mankind is stress. Because people say, why do people smoke weed? People smoke weed. And for me, I don't like weed. It's not something for me to do weed and drinking and taking substances like drugs. But who am I to talk for someone else? Like each individual can only speak for themselves. Because what would you rather, be stressed or take the weed? Because I heard that weed relaxes you, it gives you a chill, and so does alcohol. The problem with these things, you take more and more of it, and you get addicted. And once you get addicted and can't get any more of it, you sink down lower in depression. So I don't trust these sort of things like drugs or anything that you can depend on. I like to depend on my own body, my own mind, and have the control of myself. So for me, life is about having control of yourself, your mental stability, without the need for drink, alcohol, or taking drugs, which toxify the body and toxify the mind. Although it feels nice, I've had a drink before. When I go on holiday, I've had a drink and I've been pissed myself before. I mean, continually being pissed every week, getting a high every week, twice a week, or maybe once a month, it's not good for you. So with me, I'm 61 this year, and I want to reverse the whole health, my mind, because I need to live for my children. I need to be healthy for my children, because if I carry on like this the way I am, I'll be no more. So my target weight is 13 stones. I don't know if I'll reach it this year, but I'd like to arrive at the weight of 13 stones. And the last time I was 13 stones, I was in St. Lucia in 1995.
Bueno, sí. Camina. Rico, rico, rico. Y como dice mi coro que sigue ahí. Escucha mi salsa buena, abre la ventana. Escucha. Ahora estamos gozando hasta la mañana. Escucha mi salsa buena, abre la ventana. Ahora estamos gozando hasta la mañana. Melodía, melodía.
I was 13 stones there, and I looked quite well, and I felt very good. But my best weight is when I was 12 and a half stones, again in St. Lucia, at 12 and a half stones, I really felt well with that weight. But 13 stones, 13 and a half, I feel I've got more body there, and I feel nice at that weight. When you're young, when you're a very young person, those weights, they suit you. When you get older, you tend to you feel better at a maturer weight. But for me, under 14, anything under 14 is safe for me. 13 and a half is a good one. You get back with all the clothes on, you feel well, your heart's under less pressure, you have less blood pressure as long as you eat well and you don't indulge in heavy alcohol drinking and drugs or etc. Anyway, I hope this vlog helps you, and remember the best thing to do and the necessary thing to do is movement. Be moving, no matter what it is. Try and move slowly, move. Do not sit still for hours. Like I did, planted in a chair, can't move because of your illness. You've got a degenerative condition, and the mental torture of the pain that hits you prevents you from wanting to get up and move. It tricks you, and then you get the COVID, which further tricks you because you're trying to move with the COVID and you're gasping for air, so you don't want to move. You sit still. So the COVID has you. It's not going to kill you. Sit still. I'm going to screw your heart, toxify your body, toxify your liver and kidney because you're not moving. Human beings, we were made to move. We were made to move. We were made to perspire and sweat, work. That's what we were meant to do. If you can't do that, there's no point in life. At times, I felt like killing myself. I couldn't move. This injury took me, and I went through some serious depression, really bad. And thank you, Life Fitness T3, for making this lovely treadmill, and thank you for the doctor who allowed me the opportunity to purchase from him extremely very cheap price. Oh, that's the problem I have getting up. It's just so painful. It is now 4:23 a.m. in the morning on the 6th of January 2022, and I must say I feel a lot worse for wear after doing that treadmill session yesterday, being infected with COVID. And the reason why I did it, because sitting still, I feel like I'm dying. The body not moved around. So my way is to go out, die trying, than die sitting still. and it's still the way I'm going to go. The COVID is in our whole family. The children are behaving differently. Isaac seems to be very strong. He had a period where for 2 days he was very quiet and not himself. So now we know he was dealing with something, some part of the COVID. He had the runs, going to the toilet quite frequently, Isaac. Our baby Leon, he's been unsettled all night long tonight for about 4.5 hours. If you could hear him. Been constantly crying. We've given him extra drinks, extra foods, extra nourishment to see if that will help, but it's not going to help. So tomorrow we're going to do a COVID test on our baby boy. This is going to be quite difficult because you have to stick a swab of his nose. The one of his throat will be quite difficult to do because you could choke him or cause a choke reaction. So that'll be quite difficult. We're going to film it and see how we get on with it, and I will share that with you. But that's the most difficult one for us. We have to know whether our baby boy has COVID. Right now, after having had half a pint of ginger, hot ginger with garlic in it, I feel a little bit better. My headaches have gone down slightly, but I feel worse for wear. The virus is not as bad as it was the first day, and it wasn't as bad as it was the 10th day or 12th day, but it is bad. I'm just very tired of the virus and sick of it. Partner Laura is suffering with lots of headaches. Earlier on, about 2 hours ago, I had extreme headaches. These are real bursting headaches. My head is like it's going to explode. So here you have our friend there, Charlie Little, standing on the box. Leon's best friend. It's just a real nightmare with this COVID-19. And the way for us is to go for the vaccine. We've tried not to have the vaccine, so the vaccine is going to be the way to go. My partner right now is feeding Leon some water. We're giving him plenty of hydration, because if you've got any sort of illness, the baby should be hydrated properly and lots of hydration. It doesn't matter if they're weeding nappies or wet themselves, but the hydration is very, very important, especially when it's COVID and there's lots of sweats around. Is he taken to the water, Laura? He's taken to it, yeah? That's good. How much of it has he drank? Yeah, something, isn't it? You want to keep it up there and give him a bit. Yeah. You got your mask on. Your visor. Yeah, keep your visor down. So my partner has now put a visor on, and she's rocking baby Leon to sleep because he's very unsettled. And when a baby's like this, you have to rock the baby, but you also have to wear a face visor to reduce, and I repeat, reduce, not stop the virus getting to the baby, because you cannot stop this Omicron virus. It's highly transmissible and it's in the whole family. And we call it they call it the family bubble, and once you're in that family bubble, you've had it. COVID has changed our whole lives, made it very, very difficult. With me, reduction in body weight and improved health is a priority for me right now. How you feeling, Laura?
I feel well.
Huh? Still got a headache?
Yeah, it's not. I feel like I feel explode.
My dose is strong with the virus. I'll give it to him. I don't want to give it to him at all. 4:30. Call him 4:30.
special thank you from the heart